Hello and welcome to Audio Adventures. This is a D&D 5th edition podcast that is made by friends, with friends, and for friends. And if you clicked on us, buckle up. It's going to be a crazy magic carpet ride for you and me. This podcast is used by my nerdy friends and I to escape our lives for a time and act out some pretty ridiculous scenarios. And we are so glad to have you here. A couple things before we start. Our group loves the rule of cool, so I'm sure we will get rules wrong. So if we do, please feel free to tell us in a kind fashion down in the comments. Also, if you want to contribute to the fantastical world of Seblos where this campaign takes place, please make a comment and you may be seeing that kobold cleric in the very near future, along with your name in the show as well. Now, please grab a seat and some popcorn, and let's meet our Wandering Vanguard. Audio Adventures is a D&D 5th edition homebrewed podcast and may deal with triggering themes at times. Viewer discretion is advised. Trigger warnings can be found in the description.
Previously on the Wandering Vanguard.
Natural 20. I rolled a natural 20. Well, it's a 19. It's 19. I have a negative 1, but I rolled a natural 20.
Are you sure?
Ta-da.
No, I trust you. That's not what I'm asking you about. Are you sure?
Are you sure that I want to keep pushing?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just holler out, Tomb, do you care if I push deeper?
Keep going.
Okay. After I hear keep going, I push through.
Push through and you hear and you look up and you see a crack start to form in this blue energy. And it shatters. Silence falls over as Tomb and Tibril, you both hear whispers. And you, ever since you had that emblem emblazoned on your body, they stopped. But ever since Tibril just broke whatever he broke,
I try to reach Tibble and I tell him to leave because it's too dangerous.
Whispers, several voices filtering through. Break, tear, kill. You hear in the faint distance what could be Tomb, but you have no idea what he is saying, what is happening. These voices are overwhelming you.
I'm just gonna keep repeating the same thing, just like just get out, it's dangerous. Stop. And just repeat that.
You're hearing these voices swirl around your head, and they're overwhelming your senses and making you unable to move and unable to hear Tomb, and Tomb not knowing what to do, and these voices that he hasn't heard in months just start filtering back into his head.
Oh, no!
That is where we begin. So all of you are sitting around this table. The breakfast is dying down. What would you like to do?
I would like to make myself look like the boy's father.
You make yourself
I just glance at the guy and then I turn around and start walking away and I just shift to look like this guy.
Alright. So, walking away from these two individuals with the little boy that walked up, and you glance and you notice that he does also have a figurine of you, along with your other comrades that you seem to now be traveling with. Seems to be pretty fairly accurate to what your actual form looks like. which is a little weird.
Especially considering I've never shown it.
Well, you have a little bit. In the very beginning, when you announced yourself, your form takes on an elvish appearance, black hair sprouting from your head, and your posture and build changing, and you hear the little boy say, "Oh, Dad! Dad! He can do what you do!"
And I quickly shift back.
And from behind you hear like, what? What are you talking about? And conversation continues.
I would like to continue working on my device to read Tuv's mind.
For that, since these last couple sessions you've been working, that's all you've been doing, give me a intelligence roll.
I can do that. Okay. 12.
Alright. Your mind is really spinning with this one. As you also suffer from this sort of issue of a sort of memory lapse. You don't quite understand how to fix it, or what it feels like to not have it. So you get a little further with all your formulas, but that all seems very theoretical and needs a lot of testing.
Okay.
Here you go and sit down at the mahogany table. Everything around in this room, by the way, Bright, is mahogany. Seems that it was all
bought probably at the same store for a
That is
good price.
mahogany.
Yeah.
But you sit down at the same table as Taavis and Redguest and Ekman and your other NPC friends, Valerie and Virgil.
And Billiona.
And Billiana. Thank you.
Are you hungry? We got these fancy menus.
I attempt to read the menu. Can I read the menu?
Yeah, it is in common, so you can read it. As you've seen before, people have picked up this menu, and it's like, it has like a bunch of like really fancy menu items, like escargot, there's grilled steak, there's salad. It seems really interesting to have at a bed and breakfast, but as you look down the menu, you find like pancakes, waffles, bacon, all those sort of normal items, and you've seen others sort of like poke the menu, the laminated menu, and it lights up, and then once they seem to be finished, it vanishes out of their hand.
Okay. I would like to choose a really fancy breakfast that I recognize from my time back as being a noble.
Okay. Yeah, there are you find, like, what is the name that I'm thinking of? You find eggs Benedict and grilled steak and a sort of nicely named mead with the name of Winry's mead that you know is pretty good, that you recognize eating back in the capital of Avada every so often.
Alright, I choose that.
You click all your options, and the menu radiates a little bit of white light and vanishes from your grasp, seemingly having placed the order. You're left in this room as people are starting to filter out. Your companions over there have started to slow down eating their meals. Ekman kind of leans back and like pats his stomach. Oh, that was wonderful food. How did everyone else like theirs?
It was definitely pancakes.
Mine was pretty all right.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I say that we need to relax a little bit. Don't you think, Taavis? Would you mind showing us around your home a little bit more today, or do you have things you need to do?
I guess we could look around.
Beliana's eyes widen. I would love to learn about your ancestral home, Taavis.
Well, we certainly can. Who's all up for a tour?
Red Guest raises his hand.
All
Valerie's
right, that's
like,
one.
I think I am gonna go take a rest. And he gets up and starts heading up the stairs, but Virgil, Beliana, and Ekman all shoot up.
All right, got a few more. How about you, Nix?
I ignore him as I'm staring down at my notes. Scribbling something. I just keep ignoring him.
I'm just gonna one more time.
What? Sorry?
Would you like to go on a tour?
Oh, I'm busy working, sorry.
Fine.
Wait, you know what? Yeah, I'll go, because you still owe me money.
Alright, I guess if you really want a tour as payment, I guess that's fine.
No, we're going there, you're giving me my money, and then I'm coming back to work some more.
Okay. Well, once I get enough money, I'll give it to you. Because I don't have a lot on me right now.
Okay, then never mind, I'll just stay here.
Alright, who's ready for a tour? I stand up.
Virgil says, Me!
Alright. And everyone who stated they wanted to go on a tour, I'm just gonna lead them out of the breakfast area, and we're gonna go up to the second floor first.
Cool. Red Guest,
And,
can you roll a perception check as you are walking?
Yeah. My proficiency's in everything now. Gosh, dang it. 8.
You're fine. You don't see anything.
Let me look again. I got that pancake charge.
I got that pancake charge.
Can I assist him, because I am looking around. I'm paying more attention and trying to find things to point out for people giving the tour.
You can roll a separate check.
Alright. Oh, nat 20.
Interesting. Yeah, you're looking around. You see several elven people. Nothing really sticks out to you, personally. You see, it is a pretty busy day around the inn. As you're pointing out, I would say that reduces the DC for Red Guest a little bit, but still not enough. You see several people, again, several of them having a similar crest of the sphere with the tentacles, with the tinier spheres on the end of the tentacles. You see your sister, Visaria, is in the kitchen as you walk past. to the step. As you walk near the door to the kitchen, going up the steps, you hear several clatters, cursing from the inside of the kitchen. With your roll, you hear like, "What is up with this? What is up with this order? Who orders this at a bed and breakfast? Why do we have this on a menu at a bed and breakfast?" And clattering as you're going up the stairs. But nothing really catches your eye because nothing personally to you stands out.
Being the big brother as I am and hearing my sister in distress, I'm going to continue on with the tour.
All right.
Do we have to pay for our food, or is that taken care of?
I mean, they know me, so they'll probably
that's
just
true.
come to me for the payment. And we're going to, I'm going to lead everyone to my room. To the front door.
You all are leaded through the hallways to, I believe it was on the 3rd floor?
I think
No.
2nd floor. Yeah.
No, it was on the 3rd floor.
Yeah. Oh no, it was... Wait, really? Oh,
Yep.
No, it was on the 2nd floor because I believe I gave Red Guest his key, and then I said, "All right, I'll see you later." But both of our room keys were on the same floor, and we both, after saying goodbye, walked to our rooms the same direction.
Yeah, you
Going
guys are
the
both
same
on the
way.
3rd floor.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, Tomb is on the 2nd floor.
Oh, okay, that's why I was getting
Yeah.
mixed up.
It's all good. I wrote it down. I was smart that day.
Okay.
It's all good. You guys walk up the stairs to the 3rd floor, going past your room and continuing down the little sort of hallway jutting into the back of the building, and walk up to a white painted door.
All right. I guess we'll start the tour here. This is my room. I'm gonna open the door. And I'm just gonna kind of gesture my hand and say, "This is the inside of my room." Then I'm gonna close the door, and that's all we'll see of my room.
You kind of like
And,
catching a glimpse, and you see like bookcases on the inside a little bit, a lot of bird paraphernalia for like a split second before the door closes.
And, then I'm going to... trying to think of all the places in my house that I can show you guys. I'm just gonna walk them past each individual room
Mm-hmm.
and say a little fun fact about my sibling and then move on to the next door.
Do you say each
Alright.
sibling's name? Or do you just say, "This sister" or "this brother"?
I gotta consult with my notes because I believe,
I sent you a whole list.
Because I want that whole list.
These are going to be random, so let me know if I accidentally say them again. I'm not going to go in any particular order. Starting off with the first on the list. This is my sister Fakian's room. I believe she is working somewhere in the city. Not sure where, but I can tell you for sure she once fell out of a tree and I laughed. This is Yelik Sidor's room. Yeah, I'm gonna lean in close to the whole group. He caught his foot in a bear trap once. This is Elabar's room. There's actually nothing special about him. Royjian. I don't really have too many memories of him, but I can say for sure that he does like to play poker. Bariel's room. I believe she was once chased by a dog. Oh, and then I'm gonna take them across the hall to the next room. Oh, this is a funny story. Quintress. I believe he was once chased by a bird. This is Venoris, I believe my eldest second eldest sister. I believe she is living somewhere in the city as well. Torena, I don't know if there's anything fun about her. She's kind of boring.
Meanwhile, too, fucking Timber. But keep going. Yes, very
Unless
interesting.
you guys think it's enough, tell me when to stop.
I want them all, but I understand if everyone doesn't want to hear every single sibling.
You know what? I'll do 3 more because I can't pronounce some of their names. This is Ralanoris' room. One time, he actually stopped the plot to kill the king of our city. Oh, and this is Azademeth's room. She likes to flip board games when she's angry. I know, exciting. Not as fun as Ralanoris, but and I'm gonna take them to a doorway that is 2 doors and like side by side together, like really close together, like the door hinges are almost touching. And I'm gonna knock on one of them, and I'm gonna knock on the other to make sure that nobody's in the rooms.
So you guys hear like a from the left one, but nothing from the right. What do you want?
I'm just gonna be like, oh, sorry, just giving a tour. And then I'm gonna lean over to them and then I'm gonna say, you see this pillar right here where the door hinges connect? There's no wall there. This is, Mayorella and, can you pronounce these two, the twins, for me really quick?
Magrele and Miana.
And Miana. If I were to open these doors, you'd see that there's no wall here, I believe. Maybe, possibly still. They tore it down when they were, I think, 5 years old, because they wanted their rooms to connect. But yeah, that's really all the rooms in this house. And I'll just let everyone put their imagination into, basically, all of the boring, facts that I could think about my siblings.
You all were led around. You guys kind of stayed out of the 4th floor because the majority was 3rd floor down for most of the siblings. You walked past Facine's room for a split second, but heard nothing. That is the room that Tibble and Ekman are staying in. And Ekman's just kind of like... Ekman starts to kind of go up to the door, but is like, no, I'm sure they're doing something important, which probably shouldn't bother them. And you guys continue on with the tour, but you learn that the Taavis has 24 siblings. Yes, it's a Meet the Robinsons family tree, very, very rich situation. That Faynera and... I always forget the dad's name. That's why I have to write... Faynera and Erlias Soldek love each other very much. And you learn that some of the siblings kind of don't know they're like younger siblings because they moved out at such an old age. But for the most part, they are a big, very big, happy family. And you were led down to the 1st floor.
All right, now I think we can swing into the kitchen. And I think after that, we might check out the garden.
You walk down the stairs and you look to your right and you see where you were just were eating, the front door. And then as you swing over into the left, around this time, Bright, you just got your food. It is very nicely prepared. Visaria walks out, sets it down, nods to you curtly. I hope you enjoy your meal, sir.
I nod back and say thank you, and then I go back to working, and then every once in a while I take a bite.
She just kind of walks away. And as you walk into the kitchen, the door opens up behind you, and it is a pretty darn large kitchen, as you all probably could gather from needing to feed as many mouths as there at least used to live in this house. There are several pantries and several large metallic boxes with handles that you've really never seen before either. But the door opens behind you, and you hear Viseria's voice, a little irked. Say, "What are you all doing in here?"
Hey, Viseria.
Oh, I'm giving a tour.
Just giving a tour.
Ah. Well, I would appreciate it if you could get out of the kitchen. I don't think that getting things around my nice and cleanly workspace would be good for our guests. So, Taavis, if you could, get out. Now.
I'm gonna turn to everybody and I'm gonna kind of quickly step towards her and I'm gonna whisper, "Please, can I just give the rest of the tour of the kitchen, please?"
She kind of leans back and crosses her arms. Roll a persuasion check.
Let me check my persuasion. Should still be yes. 23.
She leans back and sighs. Fine.
Yay!
Thank you.
Then I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna be like, and this is the kitchen. That's the oven. That's the sink. These are pots and pans I used to bang and run through the house with.
It was annoying, let me tell you.
It's called musical genius. And that's
is that what you call it?
Yes. And if I could have just gotten a bit more practice in, but no, somebody had to be, "Oh, you're giving me a headache. Stop it."
You were giving everyone a headache.
Well, I'm still certain I could have made a career out of it, but I'll get out of your hair.
No one's stopping you from making a career out of it, Taavis. Just don't do it in our ears. And she looks over at Redguest. He would literally go up to you right beside your face as you're sleeping and think that's musical genius to slap metal pieces together.
While she's looking at him and saying this, I'm gonna sleight of hand pick up a pan. And
Okay.
I'm gonna pick up a ladle.
Alright, roll sleight of hand.
That is very... I'm glad I didn't really have siblings.
Oh, aren't we? You are
Okay.
a blessed tabaxi. Imagine growing up with him, and she points without looking at you.
Oh,
What
could she
was your
point
sleight
and
of
see
hand?
me? Because, yeah, my sleight of hand was a 5. Oh, no, a 6, I mean.
I've only known him for like 2 weeks and I've already cut off his arm, so I don't know how well that would have worked out.
Oh. What was your roll, Taavis, again?
6. It was 6.
She says, "Oh, he probably deserved it then, didn't he?" And then she looks over at you. "Oh, if you do that right now, I'll cut off your other arm."
I'm just gonna set them down and be like, "Alright, fine. Alright, everyone. This is the kitchen. Let's leave."
She's my favorite.
I'm gonna lead everybody out.
And she catches your arm before you leave and says, actually, could you all go ahead for a second? I think me and my brother should probably have a chat.
Well, alright. Then I'm gonna... actually, one sec. I kind of want this to be a surprise, but just in case.
So we got Viseria, Facion, Beryl.
Alright, then I'm going to, alright, now what you want to do is, you want to you want to head towards the stairs and over that way around the corner and go downstairs, and I'll catch up with you guys.
Okay.
I go back to talking to my sister.
And everyone files out and the door swings shut.
Yes?
So you're back?
For a short while. Maybe a week.
And was there a time you were ever going to write a letter, send a message? Scrynet still has those capabilities.
I thought about that, but I kinda out of character. Is it a sending stone type device? What's it called? I forgot what it. For the Scrynet.
You go to them and you pay them a message, and someone sends a message for you.
Okay. Well, I thought about that, but kinda just got preoccupied along the way.
She nods.
I planned to send a letter. It's just, I didn't really, I just kind of got caught up, you know? Just wasn't in the place I could send one in the moment.
Roll persuasion.
No! Just let me lie. I hate my rolls. Why are they bad with her? Okay, that's 15.
Her eyes glance you up and down. Sure. Well, if that's all you have to say to me, then go to your friends. I have too much work to do. And she starts walking to the back of the kitchen.
I'm gonna kinda just look down at my feet and I'm gonna walk towards the door. And I'm gonna stop at the door frame and I'm gonna turn around and say, I am sorry I didn't send you any letters or messages. I just kinda in the wrong mindset and I kinda just wanted to, you know, have some space.
She nods. Seems that everyone in this family needed to have their space when left. So, I guess I get it.
But, you know, I guess I should start remembering to send a letter every once in a while. Then I'm gonna walk out the door and go to the basement.
The door shuts. Walk out of the tense situation, and you go to follow your friends downstairs.
And that was this episode of Audio Adventures. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and most of all, please share to get out the word so we can share our story with you and keep doing what we're doing. If you have an idea for an NPC, a shop, or even an encounter, please comment down below. You might be seeing any of those in the next session or maybe even the upcoming sessions. Again, thank you so much for being here, and we will see you next week. Please stay safe, everyone, and wear those seatbelts.